What's up, everyone? This is Ty with UADL. I figured I would make this a little bit more exciting. We're getting ready for the 2019-2020. There's multiple leagues going on, but Delco and APL. So what we're going to do is we're going to announce the rosters for both the 04 teams, the 04 team, and then both the 05's first team and second team. Keep in mind that this is not static, means it is subject to change depending on the player's attitude, their performance, and behavior during practices leading up, as well as with the 05 teams. We can move players back and forth between Team 1 and Team 2 every week. So don't get complacent. Keep pushing hard. Keep pushing through. You also see in the 05 teams, there's duplicates. So you'll have a player playing on the first team that's also playing on the second team. While we continue to build out the teams, some of the players want to play on both for now to help out. So you will see that. So let's get started. So we'll start with the 04 team. Of course, the coach, myself, Imran, Anna as the team manager. So going into just pulling up the roster here, what we're looking at for starting lineups, because we all know who's on the 04 team. There's only one 04 team at this time. So at goalie, we have Brian. Starting at left back, we'll have Diego Montez. Center backs will be Kevin Martinez. And we're going to put Josh Gilbert to go alongside him. Right back will be Fernando. Center holding midfielder is going to be Danny Perez. Joining him in the midfield will be Kenny Rivera and Carlos Luna. Starting at center forward will be Dariel. Right side of him on the wing will be David. And left of him right now will be Jonathan Morales. That's going to be the way we start coming up on the first game. Again, subject to change. Filling out the rest of the team will be Kevin Reyes, Brian Paredes, Amaru Rodriguez, Alexis Estrada, Manny Guzman, Ruben Lara. That is the bench there. So, again, keep working hard. Jonathan has pushed through in practice, and he wants a chance to prove himself. So there you go. That's your opportunity. Our defense, I know it's going to be a little bit different than it was last season. We added the addition of Kenny. Kenny can play both defense and also midfield, so he's going to help out with probably one of Delaware's most dominant midfields with Danny, Kenny, and Carlos. And hopefully Dariel moving forward can help out a lot more as a striker. Gives him an opportunity to utilize his play style, more of a holding person. He knows how to move his body. So we'll see what we can do, and we all know what David brings to the table. So that's the 04s. Let's go ahead and go for the one that everybody probably wants to hear. Who made the 05 first team? And who's going to be playing on the 05 second team. All right. So the 05 first team is going to consist of Christian, Alexis Cruz, Brandon Perez. Now, Brandon Perez is going to be out for a while. He is still on the first team. He will not be returning until probably the beginning of 2020. So although he's there, he's not going to be around. We have Brian Palma, Diego or Aaron, Eder, Ruben Saunders, Jared Estrada, Brendan Avalos, Carlos Ayala, Eduardo, Sammy Lopez, Juan Bedola. Keegan is going to be playing both teams. Luis Reyes, Carlos Alcaraz, and Josh Hernandez. That is the 05 first team. Again, can be subject to change. We'll see how that works. If we need to make adjustments, we'll make adjustments. Now, as far as the starting lineup, again, for now, this could be subject to change. All of our teams at this point play a 4-3-3 possession style. So from the goalie back, again, this is how we're going to start week 1, and we'll see how things change as time goes on. But Keegan will start in the goal, going left back all the way over to right back. I'm going to go with Sammy. We're going to have Lewis and, excuse me, let me just go forward here. Actually, we're going to start Brandon and Carlos in the center back position, and right of them will be Eder. Moving into the holding midfielder role, we'll go ahead and go with Juan Badola. Beside him will be Aaron, and the other side of him will be Carlos on the left side. So Aaron's on the right. And going up top, we're going to push out left, Eduardo. In the middle, Brian. And right of him, we'll go with Alexis to start. This, again, is subject to change. There's opportunity for others to step in, but that would be the way we could start for the 05s. And then we have everyone else on the substitutes. And now let's go ahead and move on to the second team, the way we're going to start this week. The second team, again, it's going to be some duplicates on here, but Luis Reyes is going to play down and up on both teams. Keegan is going to play on both teams. Sheku, Eduardo is going to play both teams. Angel is going to play on this team. Brandon Rios, Edgar, Josh is going to play on both teams. Juan, Alexi, Willie, Smith, and Danny. That is going to be the 05 second team. The way we're going to start that team, now keep in mind that team is an opportunity. Those are games for an opportunity for you to get more comfortable, build your confidence level up, work hard, because the goal is to have 2 first division teams. But we know there's a chance that, some people, again, this is going to be their first time at the competitive level. So they're going to want a chance to go out and hone in their skills. This gives you an opportunity to do that. So the way they're going to start there, we're going to start in the defense. We'll have Edgar on one side. It's a fullback. It's going to be a little bit more tricky because then we'll have Luis in the middle. We'll put Smith on the outside back on the other side. And Danny also as another center back there. Going above that, we'll have Edgar, Juan. Edgar will be right midfielder. Juan will be the holding midfielder there. And then left of them, we'll have, let me just move around here. We can probably put either Keegan in the goal or Brandon in the goal, and then whichever one of them is not playing in the field will play that position. Up top, we'll go with Angel, Sheku, and Alexi, or we can move Alexi back and then move the other person up. So again, some of these players, we have to figure out where do you fit best, and then as your skill set hones in, we'll be able to move you around until you get to a position that's most comfortable for you. Coaching that team will be Johnny McClain and myself. I will be helping out a lot there. If I'm not available, Coach Imran. For the 05 first team will be Alex and Lolo. Again, if I'm not available, one of those two can jump in to help out with Johnny. But again, that team, don't look at it as you're being demoted or anything like that, because it's not. Our job here is to develop everybody into being at the same level of play. There's a process to this, and that team is an opportunity for you to hone in on the skills that you may be behind at right now. For those who've been here before, I'm looking at this as an opportunity for you to show me that you can take that next step forward, because that's going to be very, very important. Going into 2020, my goal is everybody moves a step up. So the 05 team will be now full Division 1. The 04 team will be going into EDP. Well, they're already fighting for their state cup placement in APL. And then the 05 second team will be moving up to no lower than Division 2, with the goal of them both being in the same division as the first team. So they'll be completely interchangeable teams. And again, if you don't work hard and you show a lack of motivation, you'll be moved around because we have to make sure that, one, the teams are working together. And if your effort is lacking, that means that you are not fighting to be at the higher level. And if we see that at the second team, then we have to have a conversation to figure out, is this really what you still want to do? We look for maximum effort from each of you. If you have any concerns, any questions, feel free to reach out to your team managers or your coaches, and they will let me know. But this is how we're going to go into this weekend, the weekend of the 14th and 15th, to start the games that are coming up. I will be back in touch with everyone, well, at least with the team managers, that will reach out to all of you to let you know the time and location of any of the games, because it really takes communication between myself and the other clubs to lock down a time. All right, I look forward to seeing you all at practice. And let's do this. Take care.